Who knew that you would be able to apply a lion to a tiger pond?
Turtle pond.
Check out the background. Look at the view and the vista from here. And this water feature is in the foreground. I don't think I've ever seen a pool with more floaties in it than this one. I got to tell you, she's probably got 120 fish in there.
There are a lot. Every time I come here, it seems like they're getting more fish. But I think they're just having babies.
Yes, you can
but
see
she
that.
has some giant fish in here.
So we are in Morris Township, New Jersey?
Morris Township, yes.
Okay, so Morris Township, New Jersey. I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy, all about living the aquascape lifestyles. This is Jaak Harju from Atlantis Water Gardens, and we are coming down to an incredible space, a very unique water feature, because this pond was actually built for her pet turtles, right?
Yes, it's built for the turtles.
And this is quite the turtle pond, if you've ever seen one. Check this out. So the first thing that I'm going to notice about this pond is its sheer size. I mean, this is not a small water feature. This is, gosh, what is it, probably 30 feet across?
Yeah, it's about 14 by 30. It's got a constructed wetland filter on it. It's got a nice stream and waterfall, and it's got an intake-based skimmer.
And what I love about this is the house is actually on an elevated slope. So you're going to actually look down and be able to see into this pond. Even though we're pretty far away from the house out here, it really brings you a destination there. And the foreground of this water feature, just to check out the background. Look at this. Look at the view and the vista from here. And this water feature is in the foreground. How old is this pond? This has got to be pretty new.
It's about 1.5 years old.
Yeah, okay, so I can see this. You actually built a skim cove in here. You want to talk a little bit about this?
We've got some larger pumps that are running this, and we wanted to create a space where it's safe for the turtles and the fish to swim in and out of. So this is something where you have to manually remove the debris that ends up in here, but it's got a big surface area. We're pulling a lot of water into here to feed the waterfall. It just made a lot of sense to go with it.
So you got aqua blocks down here, a pump vault, and the pumps stay right in here somewhere.
Correct,
right?
yep, everything's hidden. What's nice about it, staying with the whole ecosystem that looks like a water feature instead of a bunch of plumbing and stuff. There is a vault which is buried here. It's hidden, very easy to access. So the
once a year, pump it down, drain it down, clean it out, and then the rest of the time, actually grab that net over there, Jack, would you? So you do a once a year clean out, and then periodically she would come out here, and this is how a skim cove basically works.
Yep.
You literally just take the leaves as they fall out. Obviously, you're going to have to do it more in the fall than you would in the summertime. But what's really nice about this is it just blends in. It looks like it's part of the pond. It's just a shallow part of the pond.
It's additional surface area for filtration as well. That's why the pond is so clean. It's got the intake. It's got the constructed wetland filter. There aren't a whole lot of plants in this pond because turtles like to eat plants. So they'll chop the lilies off. They'll attack the other plants. So we couldn't really put any plants in the pond. They're mostly focused on the wetland filter, so we knew we had to make sure we give it some extra filtration area to keep it clean.
She has a beach area here with the sand. Is this actually for the turtles to lay eggs?
Yes, so the turtles, I'm sure you know, Greg, you keep turtles, they like to dig, so giving them some place to do that, this made a lot of sense. Something where it's going to stay put, it's not going to all end up in the pond, hopefully. But they can come out, they can lay eggs in here, they can burrow into the sand.
So one of the things that you'll notice is that they actually made a wall all the way around the perimeter, and what I actually like about it is it's not a complete surrounded with just the wood. You have stone over this way, and then you actually use ABS pipe on this side, the wall on the back side. And the reason that you want to do that is turtles will roam, even in a big pond. They're gonna want to mate. This is how they spread their DNA. So if you're gonna have turtles, you're gonna need a fenced-in yard, a fenced-in area. This was such a big property, you can't fence in the whole thing. So you fence in this area, but you did it in a very nice way. I love the stonework. I love the ABS pipe. I had never seen this done before. This is the first for me, but literally it's just a pipe cut in half right here. The turtles can get in. They're not going to be able to climb up there, and that's going to prevent them from escaping. You can put some landscaping in there to hide it.
You know where I got this idea?
Yeah.
If you've ever been to Disney and you go on the Animal Kingdom safari tour, and the lions are there, like how are the lions not getting to us? Because there's a big ditch in between that they can't go down and back up again. So that's where the idea came from.
Who knew that you would be able to apply a lion to a tiger pond?
Turtle pond.
A lion to a turtle pond. No, that's fun. So up here we're walking, and what's also cool about this is the filter system.
Yes.
And so look at how beautiful this filter is. So many times you see people trying to use box filters and canister filters and external filters to filter a pond. This is the filter. It's a beautiful upper pool right here, and it also serves as a wildlife area. This would be a place for birds to come down and bathe, hatcheries for the baby fish. They have koi in here, so they would actually survive up here. Frogs are gonna come, and not a lot of plants, but yet most of the filtration comes from the rock and gravel.
Yes, as Ed would say, there's lots of wildlife in here with the nematodes and the cephalopods.
Yeah,
all the other fancy words that Ed uses for biology.
Just don't ask us to spell it.
Yeah, I don't know what they do, but they're in here.
So this is a fantastic project, and what I love about it is this is somebody that wanted a turtle pond. They got an aquascape ecosystem pond put in by Atlantis, and what Jack does, he does a vlog because you want to educate people on how to have a proper ecosystem-based water feature. So if you're interested in turtles like I was, my entire business started because of turtles as a 12-year-old kid, actually moving from New Jersey. This is an excellent way to learn this stuff. And Jack, what's your vlog?
It's Atlantis Water Gardens. We focus mainly on the construction of water features, showing you some beautiful work when it's finished, doing some educational stuff like you had mentioned, and just it's all about water features and what we do every day.
Jack, another fantastic tour.
Man.
I love my job. It is an overcast but beautiful day in Randolph, New Jersey. We are with Jaak Harju from Atlantis Water Gardens, our top certified aquascape contractor in 2018, right?
Yes.
And our 2014 Artist of the Year. So this is a project that we visited 2 years ago, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, this backyard is the perfect party backyard. So if you wanna get inspired to live the lifestyle, just check out this property. I've ever seen a pool with more floaties in it than this one. And I was asking her, she goes, oh yeah, they all get used. And it's not the warmest, and they're still out there using the pool. So she said we close it down when the first snow happens.
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome. And look at this. Look at what the backyard opens up to. This lady's a gardener. She's got some phenomenal fish, some incredible plants, and just a spectacular entire property. And this is a classic example of somebody that should be living a lifestyle.
That's right, this was a renovation project. They had a pond here existing, and the waterfall was leaking and wasn't looking so great. So we came in and we actually demoed the whole waterfall, took some of the top edge of the pond apart so it would jive with the work that we did, and the results, I think, speak for themselves.
How long ago is that?
This has got to be 6 or 7 years ago.
And because it's so filled in, and that's one of the things that we say about water features is they look better every year. Unlike a kitchen or a bath that decreases in value, a water feature matures in value. There's so much going on here. There's so much action. Everything from these steps that come down here. I mean, the steps just blend into the landscape. There's nobody that's going to walk back here that's not going to want to go over this. And Jack, it's just the little things that you do as an artist. To be able to have it cantilevered over, you know, with the fish swimming below you, you know, it just adds an element of interest. And as we've talked about, this pond looks incredible at night. It's just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Well, you mentioned before, you and I were here 2 years ago.
Yep.
And it looks 100% different than it did 2 years ago, just the way things have grown in. The edging with the forget-me-nots, how they're starting to take over there. Just the little things that I'm noticing. And the plants are starting to come in more where you're not seeing so much of the rock work anymore.
Yeah, it really softens up the borders. But I mean, the waterfalls, the work in the waterfalls, and then look at this pathway. I mean, this is all stonework that your guys did, right? Yeah. I mean, this pathway, you're just going to want to walk up it. And then, of course, if you get up here, there's got to be an element of interest in here.
They had a small destination patio up here.
Yeah.
So we wanted to put something that was going to be a vertical element.
Yes.
Stack slate, urns, works perfect.
And we love it when our customers are gardeners because just look at all of the colors and the textures that are surrounding that. It creates it like it's a sunken down area. And of course, at night, you can just see this thing completely lit up. Look at the view going back to the house. This is literally what it looks like to live the aquascape lifestyle here. I got to tell you, she's probably got 120 fish in there.
There are a lot. Every time I come here, it seems like there's getting more fish. But I think they're just having babies.
Yes, you can see that.
But she has some giant fish in here.
Giant fish, babies. What is this pond, like 36 inches deep?
Yes.
So 3 foot deep pond, 120 fish. the waterfall is all part of the filtration system too, right?
Yes. This is our constructed wetland filter
Yeah.
that filters the pond and keeps it so clear. Having the urn sunken in on top of the filter, you just asked, where's the filter?
Exactly.
It's disappeared into the landscape. And the way it blends in with the backdrop, it looks like a painting.
You know, and I like the little things. I like those 2 lawn chairs all the way back there. It really gives your eyes something to focus on, and it gives you a perspective on the depth of this entire property right here.
But having the filter be functional as well as aesthetic is a huge plus.
It's a paradigm shift. Most people think of filters to filter dirty water. We think of filters as part of building beautiful water features.
There are so many fish in this pond. They're all schooling together. All the big ones are staying stacked up behind the small ones. But I'm looking in here, I think Greg's right. There's got to be over 100 fish in here.
Talk about melting stress away. Feeding your fish, watching the birds come down, the butterflies, being part of nature. As Ed would say, breathing in those negative ions, which is what water creates. I mean, there's beautiful blooming pickerel plants in here. I mean, this is late in the summer, early fall right now, and yet the water feature still looks absolutely spectacular. This is truly a work of art, which is what I love so much about my job, is getting to discover, or in this case, rediscover fantastic work. Good job, Jack.
Thanks, Greg.
Another work of art, custom creation by Atlantis Water Gardens. And if you like this stuff, comment, like, and share so more people can see what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about. I love my job.